you don't got Coach Bergen, you ain't got shit.
All right. What's up, Coach Bergen here, and welcome to the Coach Bergen Show.
Hey, one thing, I ain't motherfucking washed up.
Abso-friggin-lutely, dude.
Damn it, Kyle.
What's up, Coach Bergen here, and welcome to the Coach Bergen Show. Our guest today is Alex Smith. This might be episode 101, might be 102. I'm not really sure. But our guest today is Alex Smith. He is a fighter out of SBG, Athens, Georgia. He's got a fight coming up for NFC 189. All right, we got it. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Hi. Can you hear me?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Oh, living the dream.
Awesome, man.
So, you have a fight coming up. Who is it for, and who are you fighting?
NFC, I think it's 189, and I am fighting Anthony. Not sure his last name. It changed. It was Riviera, I think, and then he changed it to something else. So, I haven't locked down the last name. So,
Gotcha.
threw me off for a second, but then I figured out it was the same guy. So, yeah.
Okay, but he changed his name.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know why.
Okay.
I'm sure he has good reasons.
Huh. The only time I've heard of a fighter changing their name was like this guy who changed their name in order to like change their record or to avoid losses being associated with their name. And I'm sure that's not the case, but there was somebody who literally made it into the UFC because he had faked his Tapology page and like pretended to be promoters and like contacting them and was like, oh no, this guy actually won the fight, and then making up fake events that didn't happen so he could have more wins. And so I don't know, I'm sure it's a different scenario, but
it just threw me off when they sent me clips of the fight and stuff like that. I was like, who's this Anthony A guy? I thought I was fighting Riviera, and then figured out it was probably something else. So
okay.
Last names don't make fights. Well,
yeah.
As far as people watching.
All right. So I got some questions I came up with here. First one, you had some early amateur fights years ago, took a break, and then you came back strong and eventually claimed the NFC flyweight title. What pulled you back into competing after that time away?
I went away to, kind of start having a family and stuff like that, and, raise kids and everything else like that. Got married to my wife and everything. And then after that, we started looking into a career for me as a firefighter. And as I was getting in shape for firefighting, I found myself in a weight close to what I used to fight at. And I was kind of like, all right, well, hey, I'm trying to learn how to be in a very stressful firefighting situation. That's a huge, stress and everything else like that, very dangerous situation. Fighting is something dangerous in that way too. It's this itch I wanted to scratch forever ago. So in a way, it was kind of like the two birds, one stone. And that first fight or two, I was kind of like picturing that ring was on fire, and that's me going into a fire. And do I keep level-headed and keep my mentality as I get in there?
Okay.
So a lot of it was a mentality check and, hitting the passion that I've always had.
So when you fight these fires, do you try to stand and strike with them, or do you grapple with it?
The fighters and stuff like that, I never
No,
actually
the
became a
fire. The
firefighter.
fire.
No,
The
I don't
fire.
actually. No, I never actually became a firefighter.
Oh, okay.
No. Found out through trial and error. I got stepped closer and closer each time and in the end, I was in final interviews and stuff like that. But after they didn't take me after that one, I was kind of like I've been the most confident myself version I've ever been, and I can't be any more myself. And if we're not fitting, that's okay. We don't have to match. I'm not what you're looking for, but I'm not going to change to fit what you're looking for either. So I stopped that pursuit. It was just kind of the one that got me back into the cage, and it developed into this, other aspiration of fighting and professional fighting and, just enjoying the passion of playing the game.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So it kind of brought you back into it because it was similar in the, the pressure, needing to be calm under pressure. And
Yeah.
yeah.
The firefighting preparation brought me back into the cage, which again was a passionate thing about. And as I kind of had 2 feet in the door, I started just slowly taking my foot out of the firefighting door and being led into the continue to fight door where I could, maybe inspire people and, show them like, hey, just enjoy playing the game that is MMA. So for me, it's just, I'm just doing the thing and having fun doing it.
Do you feel like that's been helpful to you, having fun doing it as opposed to treating it like, a job or a career or something like that?
Yeah, yeah. I've discovered that if you only do something because you win, you're good at it, eventually you're going to lose. And then where's the passion for it? So it's like being a kid, man. You just enjoy playing and don't care about winning or losing or anything else like that. I understand it's easier for me to say because I haven't lost in a little while, but I'm pretty confident that whenever that loss happens, I'll be just like, hey, like, great game, man. That was fun. I can't wait to play the next one.
Right. Yeah. You like to try. You like to have fun doing it.
I just like to play the game.
All right. All right. So, next one. Looking back at those early losses in 2015 and 2016, what did you take from them that helped shape the fighter you are now?
Kind of gave me a better understanding what fighting for and stuff like that. Again, it was seeking the wins and this, that, the other, which I ended up not being what values. I think a lot of it too showed me the trust I could have in like my tribe at SBG Athens. I was a 2-5 fighter, never won really anything, and nobody cared. Nobody was like disappointed at me. I always gave my best effort. Hey, good job, man. Way to go out there and do your thing. There's just a comfort in knowing that everybody who's been with me there will be there with me, whether I win, lose, don't fight at all. Just keep being around, be a good person, and that's what
Right.
we all are as a tribe.
Right. So, you're just in it for the fun of it and the love of the sport.
Pressure when I go out there and fight, or I don't feel it. Like I get, sometimes I get anxious and excited about it, but like as far as caring about winning and losing, it's just non-existent because nothing in my regular life is going to change. Nobody's going to leave me. Nobody's going to be disappointed in me. I'm not going to be disappointed in myself because I'm giving it my all. I mean, I'm just having fun.
Right. That's all you can do anyway. All right. So, how did you first get involved with SBG Athens and what made it the right home for you?
I was a high school wrestler. It took me about 2 years to find SBG Athens. I found it through John Kofer. They're talking about this Coach Bedard was a person that he had trained wrestling with, and he had trained at SBG, used to be Hardcore Gym back in the day. So they kept name dropping Bedard and SBG and some of their mentalities I thought Bedard came up with, but it was actually came up with in Hardcore Gym or SBG. It was this 2% theory. And there's just enough crossover there that it was like, all right, I need to go check this place out. So I walked in the door, saw mats. I was like, hey, can I go like do some wrestling shots on those mats? Can I just go be on those mats? And they're like, hey, do class and stuff like that. So then I was like, all right, this is a place for me. Like, and then got into doing the classes, loved the people, and it's my family.
Awesome, awesome. And it brings it back to that you're having fun with the sport. You know, Sounds like it's a good environment for you to be able to have fun and just enjoy it and, just do this, just have the fun of it and not
I get to
not
be
the
a kid,
pressure.
like yeah, I get to be a kid every time I go out there to take class. I'm a kid. I'm watching, I'm coaching every level from 3-year-olds to any age foundation classes and upright grappling classes, takedown classes, and just letting everybody learn their way of solving the problem and play the game and do the thing.
All right. What would you say has been your toughest fight you've had so far?
He was a big dude. That was probably my toughest one. My favorite one was probably Abraham Perez. That was when I released all the pressure from myself. I didn't have any expectations in that one, so I can talk about both if you want.
Yeah, of course. So what was that like? The one where you said it was your favorite one where you released the pressure from yourself. Um, what was it like differently going into the cage there?
One was the first one where I really let go of the pressure and I just maintained that as I went. I looked at it kind of like a Rocky 1 fight. I was this
Okay.
old guy who's unknown, not the greatest fighter or anything else like that. I had a negative record at the time, and I was fighting this, Perez, who's he's he's a great athlete, and he was really high up on the rankings. I think he was like number one on Tapology, whatever that means. And so there's just no expectation on me. I was just a guy getting a shot. So I was like, all right, he's Apollo and I'm Rocky. I just want to fight, and I just want to put on a good performance. It was first time back in Athens in forever. Forrest Griffin was there. And there were like five of us on the card. I was like right there in the middle, so I got to help people get ready, kept me distracted, let me, just ride the highs of the success that we had that night, and then just went out there and had fun. And yeah, that's when I was like, oh, dude, I'm just gonna go out there and enjoy these, like from here on. Like, there's no reason to pressure myself in here.
So what was it like getting to meet Forrest Griffin? Because he put the belt on you, right?
I met him a couple other times. He was at my first return at the Battery when I did the very first fight back, and he had done some seminar stuff with that because he came from Hardcore Gym SPG Athens. So I'd met him a couple of times, but I've ran into him a couple times where now I feel like we recognize each other. But yeah, no, it was amazing having Forrest Griffin give me that belt. I think I borrowed his song. I actually asked Adam and Rory if he would care if I had a song, and they said they would ask him. And then I think he gave the blessing. So that's why my first fight back, I borrowed his song because I knew he was guesting there. And then so every time I've been at the Battery, I think I came out to that song.
That's
Shipping out to
awesome.
Boston. Yeah.
That's awesome. Especially he gave you like his blessing, essentially. But yeah, because he's really the person that is responsible for making the UFC what it is. Like, if it was not for him going through the Ultimate Fighter and fighting Stephan Bonner, then it definitely like wouldn't be what it is today, and the sport itself might not even exist. So, you know, I definitely hope he's like in the Hall of Fame, UFC Hall of Fame, if he's not already. Like, I hope he is soon, because he
yeah.
deserves it.
Yeah, I feel a lot of synergy with him. Like, I feel like there's that hard work mentality and going out there and enjoying things. Like, I feel like me and him are similar in that way.
Okay. Have you gotten to train with him at all?
I've learned from him. He's coached some stuff that I've been at, as far as him, like, punching me and kicking me in the head and us
Different
hitting
weight
at each
classes.
other. We're full of different weight classes, and
Yeah.
usually he's there, guesting, showing a lot of people. So anytime I get to just take 15 minutes of his time, is just a great pleasure for me. So.
All right. So this is telling me that you're also a coach at the gym. How has coaching other athletes changed your role as a fighter?
Was another good reason I started fighting again, because I was coaching these people. I was out of shape and everything, and James and stuff like that. I remember James AG specifically. There's one that reminds moment I remember where he was like, "Hey, can you give me a round?" Like, he was looking for a work and he wanted to be pushed and stuff like that. I was like, I can give you one. And then from there, I took that and I was like, I need to be able to give these guys more than one. Like, and I think I'm a better coach if I'm out there doing what they're doing, fighting the people they're fighting. Because if my stuff works, how do we know if I'm not out there trying to do it? And so, some of my stuff's proven and it helps them know that they can learn from me, and, just we're inspiring each other, helping them get better. They're getting better. I keep getting older. They keep getting better. But I think that it's just important to be in that room doing the work with them, so we all have a similar understanding, even if we don't share games or styles.
Okay. So do you prefer being a coach or being a fighter?
My coaching helps my fighting. I'm learning, watching them adapt their games, and they're in sync. Eventually, I will stop being a fighter. I'll never stop being a coach.
Okay. Yeah, you can kind of coach for a long, long time, like even into your 60s, 70s, 80s, if you really wanted to. Just, harder as you get older, of course, but like it's definitely a lot harder to fight as you get older. So, probably a good choice to have the coaching. All right. So next one. You made your pro debut at NFC 184 against Romando Scott and finished it with a rear naked choke in the first round. Walk us through that night and how it felt to finally go pro.
Another return to Athens where, we had the SBG tribe out there strong and everything else. Whole city of Athens felt like they were there. They had the fraternity boxing stuff going on at the same time. We had another 5 guys on the card, so it was just awesome having everybody there. I remember in between fights, I was walking around the crowd just saying hey to everybody, and just seeing where people were, looking for where my wife was sitting, and everything else like that. So anytime it's in Athens in town, it's just cool that there's so many people to be there and hang out with and talk to afterwards and during.
Like, did you watch the other fights or no?
When we watched all of our guys fight, I gotta say Braden's knockout was sick. He hit that what was it, straight cross after just banging out with the other guy, and we're sharing the card this next fight too. So that's pretty cool that we're sharing that moment after he set off such a highlight on that. That was the one that got me like jacked. Like, oh man, I can't wait! Like, get me out there.
Okay, awesome. So it's going to be like your main event and co-main event?
I mean, for SBG Athens, I'm sure it will be. It's him and then probably me, just because of the order and stuff like that. I'm joking with him right now that it's his card because he was on the card first. So I'm like, hey man,
Gotcha.
he'll probably sell more tickets than I will.
Okay, all right. Because he was on it first, and then you got a fight on the card as well. All right.
Yeah.
So you followed up the debut up with a third round TKO over Jawan Billingsley at NFC 189. That was the one you were just telling me about, I think. How different did that fight feel compared to the first pro win?
It was a very tough one. So he was a good bit bigger than me. We didn't meet in weight class very well. I think he was 3 or 4 pounds overweight. Ended up being a catch weight on there, but I was determined to weigh a flyweight weight class. Actually got me ranked in the bantamweights, which was kind of funny. But by the time we fought, I guarantee you he had 15 pounds on me. So it was
Okay,
a
he was cutting a lot more
it
weight.
was an interesting challenge. But again, I didn't want to throw away the opportunity to fight, man. I was just like, look, let me go out there and fight. And if it's dangerous to me, I got family and stuff to worry about. I'll tap on the ground like to never back down and whatever. Like, obviously I'm going to fight past all that, but I'll do what I can to keep myself safe, and I'm going to go fight. If it's something I don't like, then okay, I'll be responsible because I got family and things to worry about. They're more important
Yeah,
than fighting.
exactly.
But if I can have
Exactly,
fun, I'm going to have
especially
the
at
fun.
an amateur level still,
That was a pro level,
Mm,
but yeah,
you know. Oh, wait, now you're pro level. Sorry.
that was my second pro fight.
Let's hear a quick message from Riley at Fight Plan Pro.
Come with me to do the Fight Plan Pro Fighter Assessment. So this feature lets you kind of personalize your app based off the questions it asks you and the answers that you give. There's so many awesome features on this app that this is actually extremely useful, as it can help you stay way more focused on your goal. The other amazing thing is that you can always retake this test. That way, if your goals change, so can your app. It also tailors the advice that it gives you within the app based off of this assessment, which is awesome. Now that I finished the assessment, you can see all the awesome advice it gave me, and then by the end, I get to start my tailored plan. Click the link in my bio to start your free trial.
Like for you right now, between your own camp work and coaching?
What am I doing between camping and coaching? Like, how am I managing it all?
Yeah, how are you keeping that balance between coaching and training for your own fight?
There at the gym all the time, taking classes and coaching classes. Again, they go hand in hand. Every time I'm out there sparring with the guys, I feel like I'm coaching. They get something good on me. I'm just like, I'm proud of them in that moment, and we keep sparring. The way we train, man,
Okay.
it's
So they're kind of
nonstop learning
intertwined, it sounds
information.
like.
They're intertwined. I mean, there are times where I'm like just truly coaching and I'm watching everybody play the game, but every time I see them solve the problem or fit inside the constraints and do something really good, dude, I'm just like, oh dude, awesome solve. Like, and then sometimes I'll steal some of those games from them and I'll play them myself. And yeah, again, it's just give and take. Sometimes the fastest way to learn is to coach and just learn with your eyes.
Right.
As far as
Right.
managing the schedule, again, I'm just luckily my work and the way I structure my schedule just goes very well together where I'm kind of able to train as I need to. And I've started putting a lot of emphasis on not having camps. I just have a baseline that's always ready, and I try not to let it go rev up or cool down. It's just a baseline of how I always want to train for all the time as possible.
Okay. And then you just keep building it on top of that, keeping the momentum. All right.
And as they
Uh,
stop me.
Nothing's gonna stop you. All right. At 34, a lot of fighters are winding down, but you're just getting started as a pro. How do you view the timeline, and what advantage do you feel age has for you? Yeah. What advantage do you feel your age and experience has for you?
Is the experience of finding what truly matters in my life personally, matters. Just taught me a lot. Again, just it values the fun of the sport. I have no expectations of being a pro or, all that. I don't put that pressure on myself. I'm very happy for it to go as high as possible. I'd love for it to go as high as possible. But each one of those new highest levels is just another joy for me and being like, oh man, I can't believe I'm at this level. This is awesome. And then you go do whatever you're going to do. And, at the end of the day, I am going to have a life that I'm very happy with, regardless of the fighting career. I'm very happy. If I weren't fighting, I'd be very happy with the coach I am. I'd be happy with the fitness level I am and everything else that I've been since then. The fighting has helped me revamp that and play with that, structure a little bit every now and then where I get to try something a little new. I get to play the game a little bit differently because I'm training with these guys who are learning my game and I'm learning theirs. So we're always evolving each other and defeating each other. Um, and that might not be as true if I weren't fighting, getting ready for fights where these guys are trying to push me a little bit extra hard versus it was always me pushing them. But yeah, that's
Both aspects are kind of working together to make the other better,
adapting to each other's stuff.
adapting to each other. Yeah. All right. What is next for you after the two pro wins? And are you looking for another NFC fight soon or aiming higher? Well, you have a fight coming up, so that's probably not the best question. But all right, let's see. So you had the title, and how many times have you defended it, or did you just win that?
So as an amateur, I won the title, defended it, and then went pro. Since then, I've been pushing the pace. So I've done 2 fights a year for the last 2 years. This year, I'll hit three, and I'd love to take that number up even more if possible. So, regardless of winning or losing this one, I'd love to be, if I'm healthy, I'll jump on the October card a month later. Hell, I'd love to do 3 in 3 months if possible. And, if I can keep my nutrition right and if I'm healthy, I'm obviously not going to structure anything until this fight's done and see where I'm at, win or lose. But that's kind of like what I'm just like, dude, I'd love to hit 3 fights in 3 months if possible. Definitely want to fight in November, and I'd want to hit one more. So if I get like 4 or 5 fights, that means I got
Okay.
to play the game 5 times at the highest level or my highest level, which
Your
means I'm
highest
having
level,
fun. Yeah, dude,
which will
I
then
just want
become
to,
a new highest level, you know?
yeah, I
You're
just
gonna
want to
just keep
play. Get
creating the new highest level.
Put me in the
Just
game
keep,
as many times as you can, coach. Please, please,
yeah.
just let all the gates off. Let me throw the elbows. Let me throw the takedowns as hard as I can. Let somebody throw them at me. Highest level of the game possible. Least amount of constraints. Let me play it as many times as I can.
Yeah. So I'm realizing that where I kept getting confused with this is like I'm seeing you as the flyweight champion, but that was at amateur and now you're professional. So you're not the champion you're not the professional champion yet. You haven't won that belt yet.
There to fight those guys yet? Yeah. No, not
Okay.
the just the amateur champ. You got to relinquish that title. They don't take the belt away from you or anything like that. But you got to earn your way to the professional belt to be considered a championship fights again.
Yeah. All right. So who do you have to beat to be that champion then? Because you're 2-0 as a pro right now, right?
Pro. I think they recently brought back that belt and had a couple guys fight. I'm not sure what their names are off the top of my head. I looked into it just to see who was those guys, but that time will come if it comes, and I don't know,
All right.
just line me up. One thing I do want to do is I'd love to start fighting for the NFC and for Georgia, not necessarily always against Atlanta or, I love fighting for the promotion in NFC, but it'd be great if I could have some of those Atlanta guys cheer me on for once.
Okay, so it kind of feels like you're fighting for the promotion, but not necessarily fighting for the location, you're not fighting for the people necessarily.
Just because fights at the Battery are a lot of Atlanta based, there are a lot of gyms in Atlanta and stuff like that. Again, that's kind of why fighting in Athens is so cool because we have the home crowd advantage in that. And so, if I ever fought a guy who was brought in a state guy from somewhere else or something like that, that'd be cool because then it's just like, well, of course everybody's gonna root for the
Okay,
Georgia guy at that point. So, or I hope so.
gotcha.
Maybe they don't.
Because then
Maybe they
they're
don't
gonna
like me
back
so
you as
much.
the Georgia guy. All right, all
Yeah,
right. I
maybe.
like it.
Maybe they don't like me. It's okay.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? But you got to try, right?
Yeah, I had fun playing the heel a couple
Yeah.
times.
Hey, sometimes that sells better. Chael Sonnen did it really well. Conor McGregor, he wasn't really the heel, but like he talked a lot of shit. Michael Bisping, he was really good at being a heel. You know. But Chael Sonnen is probably the guy. Colby Covington is probably another good example. Um, so yeah.
Chad
Yeah.
Risley, I realized I was such a heel because he was the top ticket seller. That was at Alpharetta Phase. He was the top ticket seller, and I was like, it took me a second as we were walking up. I was like, oh crap, he was the top ticket seller. Man, I'm gonna get booed. I'm gonna embrace the boos. I'm a total heel right now. This is hilarious because I consider myself a pretty nice guy.
Yeah, you seem like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do what I can.
Yeah. All right. So I got a question for you outside of fighting. I work on a lot of different projects. So I have an app that I'll tell you about as well. But the thing that is coming to my mind right now is I'm also working on creating a film that I'm calling Ketchup and Kyle's Bare Knuckle Roadshow. And so I have a cartoon that's like an Adult Swim type of, themed, and it's called Ketchup and Kyle. And so they go to different fairs and festivals and have a different hustle every single episode. And then so anyway, I am making this film with them with that cartoon, and it is going to have one of the fighters who uses my app, Tower Dog Dan. He's going to be the star of it, and it's going to be where they're cornering him for his bare knuckle fights and going to different fairs, events, festivals, whatever, and then adding in different cameos from there. So I'm trying to get as many fighters as I can to do a cameo in it. If you're interested in being a cartoon and just saying one line for it, would you want to do that?
Anything that's
Yeah.
fun. That sounds fun.
Awesome, cool. So I will create a character for you. Do you want to be a human or do you want to be something else?
A lot. Or we can go with the SBG Gorilla.
SBG Gorilla. All right.
There you go. If you
All
don't
right.
have an SBG guy already.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I haven't asked every single person yet though, but I'm also trying to expand it out to have cameos from people that are, I guess, not necessarily fighters. Like my initial idea was I wanted to have Miranda Cosgrove do a cameo, and so I made this whole montage and a song and everything with it, and so I'm working towards networking with enough people and getting enough cameos that it'll just be almost like a stupid response to say no when I'm just asking for 2 words. So we'll see where that goes, but that expanded out to a whole list of 60 different names of people that I want to get into, have scenes in this. And so one of them is going to be, do you know who Joey Chestnut is?
Actually, I was looking at your Instagram and I saw him on there, which we have a.
Okay. The
I'm working
cartoon you
on.
saw.
I saw the cartoon. I saw you have some stuff with him and all that, which was very funny because there's a new passion I've been expanding on that I want to start looking into to go in with fighting and stuff like that. So
And competitive eating, is that what your new passion
yeah,
is?
not competing against other people, but doing like challenge eating and stuff like that because that was like food
Okay.
and fighting, man. So I've been actually working on doing food challenges and stuff like that and prepping for it.
So what if, and this might have to change because like I'm gonna completely take Joey Chestnut out if like I can't get the like legal rights to use his likeness, and probably like reconstruct it. But the idea I'm having now is because I have the part where he's competing against Usain Bolt in the hot dog eating and then sprint. What we could do is have an eating challenge and then he competes with you like after you guys do the competitive eating where it'll be like you eat I don't know 10 hot dogs and then you have to get into the cage and I don't know, first takedown wins. So whoever's in the cage first is going to have an advantage, kind of. I don't know. I got to figure out a way to make that work, but this is just kind of talking off the top of my head right now. um
Ideas. I'm still I'm all talk right now on the challenge eating. Like I'm doing the work on it. Like I have one day a week where I eat like capacity and try to expand the capacity of my stomach and stuff like that. But I haven't actually done a challenge yet because when I was right about ready to do one here in Athens, or call them and ask them about it, they were working on a second location, and then I got scheduled for a fight, and it's like, yeah, okay, I'm obviously not going to do that giant binge eat right before a fight and mess with my weight that way. So I'm waiting until after this fight to do it. But right now, I'm technically all talk until I actually line up the challenge. So I'm looking for motivation to hold me
all
to my
right.
word and help me figure out how to do that. So yeah, if I gotta have a cage
Well,
right nearby to walk in and fight in, that
this,
sounds
this
fun.
might be a start. This might be a start.
That's why
And
I'm voicing it. It's out here. It's in the public. It's going to be harder to back off of now. So hold me to it, everybody.
And so like what I'm kind of coming up with now after you mentioned that is what if we could do it where I'm almost thinking closer to like power slap where you take the punch and then but it's got to be different. It's not necessarily going to be power slap because like whoever gets the first punch then is going to be like the person that eats or the person I don't quite know yet how I'm going to make this work.
Do body shot boxing. There's no skill in power slap. There's no defense in that. You got to do body shot boxing.
But how do
Do
I
chest.
combine it with eating is the part where I'm trying to figure it out.
So you eat that like large amount of food, and then you do body shot boxing, where like you don't want to get hit in the stomach after eating that much
Okay.
food. So like that would
Okay.
suck.
Shot for
And
shot.
that keeps the head damage down, and not even shot for shot, man. You just spar. You just chest shoulder
Okay.
spar, keep it below the head, and you
And
go.
then
And
whoever can keep the food down longest wins.
I don't even know if it's that. It's who wins the fight, I guess.
Well, it could be that too, but I'm just thinking that's the way I would want to end it as like a
Okay.
comedic way where
Yeah.
one of you like ends up getting hit and then throwing up.
I don't know if people
Um,
like the video of people barfing though. That turns a lot of people off. So
well,
that's
I mean
where
it's gonna be a cartoon, so
okay.
I think in a comedic way it'll be all right. Um,
Should do the what was it? There's a spoof on superheroes where they made one of them like every time it was like a really gory scene, they animated it and made it be like flowers and stuff like that. The Boys, that's what it was. Yeah,
okay.
they cartoonified the some really violent scenes with a black noir, I think.
All right.
So
All right.
there you go.
So, I mean, there's a lot of ideas that can get like applied into this, and I have an entire list of cameos. And so, what I'm working on doing is creating each individual, scene, and then like approaching the person, reaching out to them or their team or whoever, and
Boys.
you know, there's a lot in the works to it, but the thing too with it is like it's all going to tie back into the app I've been creating called Fight Plan Pro. And so that is designed to help fighters to, organize their life, basically stay accountable. There's like rewards. There's so much to it. It can help with like analyzing your training. It can help with, tracking your food, tracking your hydration, breaking habits. And there's like so much to it. And Fight Plan Pro, I'm going to send you a link. You can check it out and then, let me know what you think. Use it for your fight camp. And, it should find, like, there's a lot of things in there that are very useful. But the biggest problem is there's too much in there that it can become overwhelming. So what I started is I put in an assessment at the beginning on the home page. So as soon as you create your account, you would take the assessment and it will tell you what features are going to be best for you. And that way you're not going to be like overwhelmed with anything. And the other features are still going to be there and still accessible, but they're just not going to be blocking the way of the other things that you need most, you know?
I have like 4 or 5 things I have to bounce between to keep track of all my stuff between weightlifting, weight tracking, and
Bro,
seeing trends of weight cuts and stuff like that. So
that is a big part of why I created this, because I've noticed with fighters using like multiple apps. And so this kind of encompasses all of them into one. So you can track your gym lifts in the fit mode. You can take a picture of your food and it will tell you your macros. It will track that. Same thing with water. You can just hit a button to tap it and then it tracks it in. Or what I've implemented into this to make it like as surreal as you can imagine is it's like an AI chatbot. Well, it is an AI chatbot, kind of, but I call it Carrie because I have someone that has been helping me with Fight Plan Pro named Carrie, and she's like does PR and stuff like that. And so she was going to be doing like articles and things like that. And I told myself, well, if she's busy, how the fuck else am I going to get this done aside from like doing it myself? Because I don't have the time to do it myself. So I said, what if I can create something to help me with this and to create, the articles for me? And then it will just ask me questions and then, article produce. And so that was what it started as. And then as I continued evolving the app, I was like, I wonder if Carrie could help me with this. I wonder if Carrie should have access to that. And then I remembered how somebody had told me, like, once I can get all of these features talking to each other and working together, then it's going to be something extraordinary. And then it like clicked. Oh shit, that's what this can do. Carrie can literally talk to every single feature and then talk to the fighter and then be the guide to help you and be like your personal assistant coach. And that never forgets anything. And like if I were to ask how many push-ups did I do, fucking last month, it'll tell me. And I mean that's gonna be an easy answer because I do 1,000 a day. But like, if I were to like ask it what I did for my workout for my gym lifts, it could tell me that. And then where it's been like super useful, like where I'm finding it really useful is with breaking habits. I've made it so that way Carrie can see based off of when you're usually tracking your failures, it can see when you are most likely to give in, why you're most likely to give in, and have the insight to contact you, notify you to check in and make sure that you're on track and not giving in to whatever the bad habit may be.
like, hey, if you had a significant calorie deficit day or whatever, you're about to go in a hard shift. Like you always, yeah, I've had those moments. I had to adjust
Yes.
how. That's why I started doing the Wednesday capacity things. It was an adjustment where it's like if I feel really full on Wednesday when I get stuck at work, I can get through that shift without accidentally just snacking the whole way through. So that's why I partially do that because Wednesday, Thursdays are my hardest days. It also reminds me of something I just did a comparison on is I'm always trying to compare camps, or I was trying to see where I was at with this camp compared to other ones, quote unquote camp, more like where my weight cut is.
Mhm.
And so I was trying to compare trend lines with ChatGPT. It did an okay job, but
Okay, so
sounds like
that
what
was
you're
like
doing
the
is,
initial vision of this was
yeah.
using what ChatGPT is helping fighters with and then implementing it into something more structured and organized that can like be more user friendly, because there's a lot of things that GPT can do very, very well, but if you don't know it does it, you're not going to like know it.
Does a terrible job with dates, and it obviously resets its weeks on Sunday. So all the work I put into all the history of stuff like that, it like loses it all when I have Sunday. So
Mm,
I'm like, hey, I'm trying to do like long term calorie deficit
right.
tracking, stuff like that, as I build up a calorie bank and stuff like that, and then it will like lose it. And luckily, I'm keeping track of it on a bunch of other things. But
Right, right, right.
yeah,
But like, so utilize this and it will track your macros, track your calories, and then you could set it so, like talking to Carrie, you can have it so Carrie will remind you to make sure that you're eating enough and like on track with your, calorie intake throughout the day. And same thing with water, same thing with whatever it is you want, you know? It's your personal assistant. I literally get about 50 notifications a day from Carrie. So, utilize it.
put it in there and start putting it right there with the others, and hopefully it'll take over.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, cool. So thank you for making the time today. Do you have anything else you want to say about your upcoming fight or any stories you want to share?
Enjoy what you're doing. It's not have fun. You do best at things that you have fun doing. So go do what you have fun doing, and then it'll be the best thing you do.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you for making the time today, Alex, and we will see you again after your fight.
So much. Can't wait to check out the app.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Fuck Mike Hernandez. Should've gave my boy a chance, man. Damn it. 559, got the camera in their hand. But Tristan standing there like, yo, what happened? Fuck Mike Hernandez. Interview everybody but my mans. Now the whole squad singing in the stands. Justice for Tristan. Fuck Mike Hernandez. Fight nights packed, everybody getting clips. Microphone moving from the champs to the kids. Tristan standing fresh, all ready for the question. Mike looked over like, nah, next selection. Now we're looking at each other confused, like, what my guy even do to you? Did he miss weight? Did he steal your fries? Did he owe you 20 bucks back in 95? Nobody knows, but the legend has grown. Now it's become bigger than the actual show. Every event when the cameras appear, the first thing we yell, where's Tristan this year? Fuck Mike Hernandez. Should've gave my boy a chance, man, damn it. 559, got the camera in their hand. But Tristan standing there like, yo, what happened? Fuck Mike Hernandez. Interview everybody but my mans. Now the whole squad singing in the stand. Justice for Tristan. Fuck Mike Hernandez. Now it's personal, well, kinda, not really, mostly funny. Tristan's our first three-time guest, still one of the best, still putting fighters to the test. Meanwhile, Mike acting like he don't exist. Bro probably thinks Tristan's invisible or some shit. Every interview we count them aloud. 1, 2, 3, still skip my guy somehow. At this point it's tradition, the crowd already knows. Soon as Mike grabs the mic, everybody goes, ooh. Then 5 seconds later, fuck Mike Hernandez. Maybe next event he'll finally see. Maybe he'll say, hey Tristan, you got a minute? We'll forgive him. Probably. Maybe. Depends how funny this song gets. Just kidding. Fuck that guy. Fuck Mike Hernandez. Should've gave my boy a chance, man. Damn it. 3-time guest and he's still outstanding. So the whole crowd keeps chanting, fuck Mike Hernandez. Till that day, we'll keep chanting, fuck Mike Hernandez. Fuck Mike Hernandez. Should've gave my boy a chance, man. Damn it. 559 got the camera in their hand. But Tristan standing there like, yo, what happened? Fuck Mike Hernandez. Interview everybody but my mans. Now the whole squad singing in the stands. Justice for Tristan. Fuck Mike Hernandez. Fight nights packed, everybody getting clips. Microphone moving from the champs to the kids. Tristan standing fresh, all ready for the question. Mike looked over like, nah, next selection. Now we're looking at each other confused, like, what my guy even do to you? Did he miss weight? Did he steal your fries? Did he owe you 20 bucks back in 95? Nobody knows, but the legend has grown. Now it's become bigger than the actual show. Every event when the cameras appear, the first thing we yell, where's Tristan this year? Hernandez. Should've gave my boy a chance, man. Damn it. 559 got the camera in their hand, but Tristan's standing there like, yo, what happened? Fuck Mike Hernandez. Interview everybody but my man. Now, the whole squad singing in the stand. Justice for Tristan. But fuck Mike Hernandez. Now it's personal, well, kinda, not really, mostly funny. Tristan's offers three-time guest, still one of the best, still putting fighters to the test. Meanwhile, Mike acting like he don't exist. Bro probably thinks Tristan's invisible or some shit. Every interview we count them aloud. 1, 2, 3, still skip my guy somehow. At this point it's tradition, the crowd already knows. Soon as Mike grabs a mic, everybody goes ooh. Then 5 seconds later, fuck Mike Hernandez. Maybe next event he'll finally see. Maybe he'll say, hey Tristan, you got a minute? We'll forgive him, probably. Maybe, depends how funny. This song gets. Fuck Mike Hernandez. Should've gave my boy a chance, man. Damn it. 3-time guest, and he's still outstanding. So the whole crowd keeps demanding. Interview Tristan till that day. We'll keep chanting. Fuck Mike Hernandez.
Yeah. No vibes. No hope. We came with a plan. Yeah, no guessing, no fear when the cage door slams. Every move mapped out, that's a fight plan. Round by round, we don't wing it, man. Train smart, fight clean, that's a fight plan. Camp clock ticking, sweat on the floor. Data on the tablet, not a prayer anymore. We know where you win, we know where you fall. So we don't chase knockouts, we collect rounds all. Distance control, don't bite on the bait. If he blitzes early, let him gas, let him break. No ego in the pocket, no pride in the fire. We survive, then we rise, then we drown as desire. When the lights get loud and the mind gets tight, this ain't improv, this is chess in a fight. No guessing, no fear when the cage door slams. Every move mapped out, that's a fight plan. Round by round, we don't wing it, man. Train smart, fight clean, that's a fight plan. If this happens, do this. If that fails, reset. Win the round, then the fight. No vibes, no hope, just facts in hands. Pressure with purpose, that's a fight plan. Walk out calm, walk out the man. Smart beats tough, that's a fight plan. Digital corner. Real results. Fight plan.
Thought I was a hero, turns out I was tired. Thought love was a spark, but my wallet was on fire. If patience is a virtue, I was rich in the wrong way. Coach had a whistle, she still hadn't blown it.
Let go.
You're free.
Let go.
You're free.
Hey, look, I don't simp, I support, there's a difference, I swear. But somehow every crisis end up part of my care. Every soon got extended, every next week got bent. I was funding potential, not the present I meant.
Take your time, heal up, I got you, no stress. Next thing I know, I'm cash up in my piece to distress. Doctor on vacation, lawyer need a break. Why everybody healing on my paycheck?
I'm the coach, talk discipline, life lessons, grit. But skip the chapter called who you investing in. Talking about divine timing, I'm like cool, I'll wait. But divine timing never showed up with a date.
Thought I was a hero, turns out I was tired. Thought love was a spark, but my wallet was on fire. If patience is a virtue, I was rich in the wrong way. Coach had a whistle, she still hadn't blown it.
Let go.
You're free.
Let's be honest, gotta laugh at me. Confused being calm with liability. If you need a savior, I grab the cape. But why I gotta drown just to prove I'm great?
I'm learning. Help ain't help if it hurts your spine. Trust ain't trust if it costs your time. Love ain't love if it lives on someday.
And almost don't pay rent in my real life, ayy. I don't hate women, nah, cut that noise. I hate patterns wrapped up in a pretty voice. You can care and still say I'm done with the cause. That ain't selfish, that's a boundary, boss.
If they want you, they show up.
If it's real,
It don't need a receipt.
if you gotta keep proving your worth.
You already underpaid.
So I move different, still still kind, still me, but I study red flags like it's film on repeat. No more hold me down while I figure it out, cause I figure me out and I'm choosing that route. I want it for not echoes, plans, not vibes. If we build in the future, it's stuff in real time. I show love when it's mutual, get space when it's fair, but I'm done auditioning for love with my care.
Thought I was a hero, turns out I was tired. Thought love was a spark, but my wallet was on fire. If patience is a virtue, I was rich in the wrong way. Coach had a whistle, she still hadn't blown it.
Let go.
You're free, still a hero, just smarter, inspired. Hard on the field, but my boundaries wired. If patience is a virtue, I invested my way.
Don't learn the lesson.
Now I'm winning the game.
Let go.
You're free. For everybody over giving, over trusting, over waiting. You ain't broken, you just overdue for a boundary. Heartbreak in the rear view, let's go.
Coach Bergen energy, but make it savage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know that ex who ripped your soul in two, broke your heart, left you scrolling through a gram like a fool.
Now she's posted up with some new dude, smiling bright, looking all happy like the pain was just last night.
She wouldn't be happy if you put up in a foreign whip, bank account looking like it swallowed a spaceship. Private jets, wrist rocking heavy metal while she's still swiping for rent in a basic rental. You thought revenge was key in her car, some text at 2 a.m. Nah, bro, that's amateur hour. That's pretend. Real ones level up, stack it quiet, then loud. Turn that L into a W, make the whole block proud.
The only way to get revenge, yeah, that's the move. Get rich, get fit, get everything you lose. She see you shining that smile, turn to dust, X on your mind.
Nah,
Now she on your nuts.
success is the best revenge.
Put it on repeat, from the bottom to the top. Can't nobody compete.
She happy with him.
Cool, let her think that till she sees your life and have a heart attack.
Used to cry in the whip playlist full of sad songs. Now the playlist all money. Engine singing like a choir long. Gym every day, abs looking Photoshop. Mine on a milli, no more basic thought. She texting, hey stranger, like she missed the old days. You reply with a screenshot of your stock gains. Left on red, ghost mode activated. While you out here levitating, elevated, celebrated. Funny how the pain fueled the tank, now you racing. She thought she broke you, now she just gave you the motivation. Turn that heartbreak to a money printer. Facts, now everybody you pull look like a heart attack.
No drama, no calls, no petty revenge schemes. Just you winning in silence, living out your dreams. She see the glow up, jaw drop to the floor. That's the ultimate fuck you without saying a word. The only way to get revenge, that's the move. Get rich, get fit, get everything you lose. She see you shining that smile, turn to dust, X on your mind.
Nah,
Now she on your nuts.
success is the best revenge.
Put it on repeat, from the bottom to the top. Can't nobody compete.
Yeah, stack it up, king.
She'll feel it without you saying a thing.
Revenge served cold with a side of success.
Mic drop.
Yo, imagine you gotta fight Mike Tyson, bro. Let me break this down for you. Yeah, I'm tiny, he's colossal, call it David vs. Goliath. But if I get the first move, we gon' need a orthodontist. He in business or in life, that's the mood, that's the wisest. Cause if Tyson hits me first, I'm waking up the bright lights. And I'm just trying to make it out here, trying to get my little wins. First move is like a free punch, let me swing before he spins. Cause once that uppercut connects, man, I'm chilling with my sins. So I'm planning on my plays like I'm Brady for the rings. First move, that's the key, yeah, simple but profound. You can fight a heavyweight and still put him on the ground. Get your shot before they do, that's the secret to the crown. First move, that's the word around the town. Like, that's the word around the town. No, like Coach said with Tyson, don't be waiting for permission. Opportunity and patience is the first in line admission. If I'm sitting in the back just wishing, missing all my vision, and I'm lying in a hospital bed trying to recollect decisions. But if I strike first, break curses, push past nerves and verses, then I'm cashing all these checks with commas looking like some cursive. They say life ain't fair, nah, life's just who gon' serve it. Are you Tyson on your turf or you that doodle just observes it? First move, that's the key, yeah, simple but profound. You can fight a heavyweight and still put him on the ground. Get your shot before they do, that's the secret to the crown. First move, that's the word around the town. So yo, if I'm ever move
No
countries,
cap,
bruh.
dream so big, they bust the map, but hold up. Let's get one thing straight, exceptional life, it's a high stakes fate. Chillin' at home, praying for the shine. Want a penthouse whip and a gold line grind. I'm like, yo, make my life epic, no norm. But word is exceptional's a wild storm. Unique ain't always popping champagne. Could be locked in a cell, feeling that pain. The coma's unique, so's a big screen glow. Exceptional's just breaking from the status quo. I'm trying to flex, yeah, skyscraper dreams. Big chains, bright fame, living supreme. But they say no light without dark, that's truth. You want the crown, gotta bleed no truce. Exceptional ain't always lit, nah, it could be mansions or stuck in a pit. Yeah, light needs dark, that's the deal. Gotta grind through the gauntlet to feel. No quit, no excuses, I'm holding it down. Winners keep pushing, never leave town. Exceptional life, I'm built for the fight. Spitting raw truth in the moonlit night. They said this logic's clean, let's keep it real. If you're slow, you'll miss it, no big deal. But if you're sharp, it's simple, no stress. Winners need losers, that's the cosmic chess. Skies like you want that top tier prize. Run the gauntlet, dodge the lows in disguise. Some fold, crying, man it's too rough. They turn to losers, life's cold, tough luck. But me, I'm wired to outlast the grind. Sweat on my face, but I'm keeping it aligned. Every winner feels the weight, that's fact. The difference I push, never turning back. Exceptional ain't always lit, nah, could be mansions or stuck in a pit. Yeah, light needs dark, that's the deal. Gotta grind through the gauntlet to feel. No quit, no excuses, I'm holding it down. Winners keep pushing, never leave town. Exceptional life, I'm built for the fight. Spitting raw truth in the moonlit night. Yo, I'm dreaming of the top, but it's a trek, every stumble's just a test. No wreck, they say no light without dark, that's real. Gotta face the lows to cop that thrill. Dodging excuses, no I ain't got time. Every winner's walking that same hard line. The gauntlet's tough, but I'm built to endure. Exceptional vibes, man, my heart's pure. Picture me cruising in a whip, no stress, but exceptional's messy. Gotta confess, could be red carpets, could be bars in a cage. Gotta stay focused, keep flipping the page. Voice in my head like don't be a clown. The path to the top, it's a brutal showdown. But I'm locked in, no quitting, I'm set. Got the heart to break clocks, no regret. Exceptional ain't always lit, nah, could be mansions or stuck in a pit. Yeah, light needs dark, that's the deal. Gotta grind through the gauntlet to feel. No quit, no excuses, I'm holding it down. Winners keep pushing, never leave town. Exceptional life, I'm built for the fight. Spitting raw truth in the moonlit night. So pray for the stars, but know the cost. Exceptional's wow, you could win or get lost. Light and dark, they dance in the game. I'm out here repping that untamed flame.
Yeah, I wake up scrolling, thumb tied, so numb. Alarm yelling, dream big. I hit snooze, dream done. Life ain't bad, that's the problem though. Pain on layaway, comfort keeping me broke. I say, one day like it's scheduled in my phone, but someday ain't a day, it's a zone I never go. Got talent in the trunk, fear driving the car. Waiting to feel ready like that's ever how it starts. I keep asking for a sign, universe like you are. You don't need motivation, you need to move your butt. Everybody wanna change, but they comfy in the cage. Living quiet desperation, call it normal, call it safe. If you waiting on a feeling, you gon' wait another year. Do the work while you scared, confidence appear. Yeah, comfort's a trap, discipline the map. Act first, feelings follow, that's a psychological fact. I thought I needed confidence to finally begin. Turns out confidence is built by repeatedly taking nails and then winning. Brain say chill, heart say more. Ego say tomorrow, discipline say floor. Push-ups when I'm tired, mic on when I'm dry. Posting when it's cringy, truth louder than my pride. Life don't change from thoughts, it changes from reps. Every small uncomfortable step, cash and interest on self-respect. Nobody coming to save you, that's a cheat code. Scary at first and then freeze your soul. Pain of effort or pain of regret, pick one, either way you pay the debt. Everybody wanna change, but they comfy in the cage. Living quiet desperation, call it normal, call it safe. If you waiting on a feeling, you gon' wait another year. Do the work while you scared, confidence appear. Yeah, comfort's a trap, discipline the map. Act first, feelings follow, yeah, remember that. No montage music when you starting from the floor. Just you versus you, no applause, no encore. But every time you choose hard over easy, you rewrite the story, make the future less greasy. I ain't special, I'm consistent when it sucks. That's the difference between dreams and actual stuff. So I move before I'm ready, let the nerves come along. Fear in the passenger seat, but I'm driving this song. Quiet, that's
You ain't done yet, you just paused mid-fall. In your life, trust and believe everything will be alright. Be alright. You ain't done yet, you just paused mid-fall. Trust and believe everything will be alright. You ain't done yet, you just paused mid-fall. I was walking through the jungle with my people by my side. Didn't know that in the moment I'd be fighting for my life. Felt the world start spinning, colors all fade to white. Next thing I knew, I was falling out of sight. Heard voices in the darkness saying, "Coach, hold tight." But the fear in Queen Jeezy had me wanting to fight. Dreams turn to storms when you can't stand the bright. But every storm breaks when you step into the light. A coma is just a comma in your life. Trust and believe everything will be alright. Be alright. You ain't done yet, you just paused it. Trust and believe everything will be alright. You ain't done yet, you just paused mid-fight. In the hospital bed, trying to piece back time. Maya told me, breathe, one step you'll climb. Truth lying, drop facts while the monitors chime. Said your brain hit a wall, but your hope still shines. Juji made jokes when the nights felt long. Panda read stories, keeping my heart strong. Hilarious hood pulled pranks, but he meant no wrong. And Stamps hustled salts when the pressure felt on. Every dream I battled was a lesson in disguise. Every fall just a setup for a stronger rise. When Queen Jay-Z cried, man, it opened my eyes. I ain't quitting on my people, ain't no goodbye. A coma is just a comma in your life. Trust and believe everything will be alright. Be alright. You ain't done yet, you just paused mid-fight. Trust and believe everything will be alright. You ain't done yet, you just paused mid-fight. He's good. He's more than good. He's still winning. A setback ain't a sentence. It's just a pause in the paragraph. I woke up with a vision and a fire in my chest. Every scar I carry is a reason I'm blessed. Life hit hard, but I hit back twice. Yeah, I'm alright. Welcome in, take a seat. Let's begin the ride. Coach Bergen's here with stories, got nothing to hide. A little twist, a little turn. Where's it gonna go? Tune in close, let's find out with the coach's flow. Oh, 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 it's the Coach Bergen Show. Kinda like Truman, but Coach, here we go. What will we see? Oh, I don't know. But I'm here enjoying life and going with the flow. Life's a game we're playing, no script to read. Laughs and lessons, whatever we need. From the sidelines to the spotlight, we're taking it slow. Coach is calling the shots. It's time for the show. There, oh, 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 it's the Coach Bergen Show. Kinda like Truman, but Coach, here we go. What will we see? Oh, I don't know. But I'm here enjoying life and going with the flow. Every day's a new scene, a story untold, with a wink and a grin. We're breaking the mold. No rehearsals, no lines, just living it true. Coach Bergen's got the mic, and we're coming for you. Bearer, oh, 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 it's the Coach Bergen Show. Kinda like Truman, but Coach, here we go. was in my home. Every crush I had, man, they played a role. But I'm done with the script, time to take control. Used to vibe with this one, thought a story would soar. Cast her as my co-star, but she walked out the door. Then another came, damn, she had that spark. But I'm Truman in this movie, sailing past the dark. Heartbreaks, just a plot twist, I'm learning the game. Old loves in the rear view, no need for their names. This ain't a rom-com, it's the Coach Bergen flick. Every scene's mine, yo, the director don't quit. It's the Coach Bergen show, I'm the star, let's ride past love's old crushes, yo, I'm waving goodbye. Life's a movie, I'm Truman breaking out the frame. Write my own script, ain't no one to blame. Coach Bergen show, yeah, the credits gon' roll. Let go of the past, now I'm free in my soul. Told myself I'd see Simone, time clocks the spot, and there she was like fate, yo, connecting the dots. But to have her in my life, she wasn't down for the role. Like Truman's girl for Fiji, it's out of my control. Of course, it's a TV show, plot's wild, no doubt. Born on Valentine's Day, heart's been tossed about. All these women in my script tearing me apart, but I'm flipping the page, new chapter, fresh start. It's the Coach Bergen show, I'm the star, let's ride past love's old crushes, yo, I'm waving goodbye. Life's a movie, I'm Truman breaking out the frame. Write my own script, ain't no one to blame. Coach Bergen show, yeah, the credits gon' roll. Let go of the past, now I'm free in my soul. See the crowd in my life, they all clap for the kid. Done chasing shadows for the love that I did. This my Truman moment, sailing out to the edge. World's fake walls can't hold me, I'm jumping the ledge. Every crush was a lesson, every tear was a take. Every late night text was a choice I'd remake. Now I'm editing the cut, snipping out the pain. New scenes dropping daily, sunshine after rain. So here's to the Coach Bergen show, curtains up, let's go. Old flames in the credits, I don't need them no more. Like that girl who was moving to Fiji. Truman vibes, I'm free, world's mine, you don't see me, yeah. It's the Coach Bergen show, fade to black, I'm whole. Next act's all me with a brand new soul.
Thank you to my sponsor, Coma Dreams. A coma is just a comma in your life. Tonight proved that you pause, you breathe, and you finish the sentence. We did that, we finished it.
You looked unstoppable out there.
I didn't quit. Coma Dreams proved comebacks are real. Thank you, Coach. I told y'all, no matter how deep it gets, wake up and fight.
Coma Dreams stayed with me. It reminded me not to take any day for granted. Just being healthy, training, and showing up is something to be thankful for.
I didn't expect this, but Coma Dreams actually hit me. Watching Coach go through that made me realize how fragile life is and why you don't waste your shot. This isn't a movie, it's life. It is what it is.
You know, I didn't expect to get hit this hard by a film, but Coma Dreams just wrecked me in the best way. The way it showed someone fighting their way back, step by step, it felt honest, like rolling here on the mats.
All right, I watched Coma Dreams, and I'm going to tell you, Coach's recovery, that was truly inspiring. That's a story worth watching.
I've chased titles my whole life. Coma Dreams reminded me the real prize is waking up and getting another chance. I'm grateful. Thank you, Coach.
I've been knocked down more times than I can count. Coma Dreams reminded me, you never quit, you keep standing back up. Shout out to Coma Dreams. A coma is just a comma in your life. We finished the sentence and we finished the fight. Thank you, Coach.
Congratulations on the win. What's the message tonight?
Train by day, Coma Dreams by night, all day.
Every day I put in the work. It ain't for likes, it's for legacy. Fight Plan Pro keeps me locked in. I train, I track, I recover, I grow, and I get rewarded with Coach Coin for staying disciplined.
That app got me locked in. Recovery, mindset, discipline, tracking everything, and I get rewarded with Coach Coin just for putting in the work. Man, I'm telling you right now, train by day, Fight Plan Pro by night, all day, baby.